Moment though, we tap into a sovereign wealth fund conversation where we know that sovereign wealth funds and the estimations say that they've paid around $14 billion in fees, this for the year of 2014. Now the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institution president, that's Michael Maduell, he joins us via Skype to make sense of this industry. Michael, thank you for making the time to join us. Perhaps give us a painting of what are the key trends coming out of the sovereign wealth fund space, especially in terms of where these funds are being managed.
So there's a lot of key trends. The first key trend is that more wealth funds are going direct. They're spending more money buying companies. They're working a lot more with investment bankers and doing their own deals. Just today, a group of wealth funds and a Dutch pension bought out LeasePlan up in the Netherlands. But what this report, what I was talking about, the $14 billion in fees, is essentially our research team wanted to calculate how much are wealth funds paying in fees. And this is really big for the asset management industry because, as you know, the asset management industry has been struggling a bit. And so we essentially, analyzed every wealth fund out there, and we calculated what percentage of assets are managed in-house versus externally. And we came up with some ratios, and the number that we have here is $2.755 trillion is managed externally. And from that, $14 billion it was paid in fees last year.
So are we saying, Michael, that you're paying fees for things that you shouldn't be paying fees for?
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is basically that would be, handing out money to asset managers like Investec, handing out mandates to the BlackRocks, putting in private equity commitments to firms like the Blackstone Group, Ares. And so there's about, it's about a 37% split of that money going to managers. But what's amazing here is that the other side of the coin is that a lot of money is actually managed in-house. You can take a look at the biggest sovereign wealth fund in the world, which is Norway's government pension fund Global. That fund's about $880 billion right now, but 96% of that fund is managed in-house. So that's quite a big testament. If we look at the African sovereign wealth funds, obviously the North African wealth funds have a greater weight. That's the Libyan Investment Authority and the Algerian Stabilization Fund. But looking at sub-Saharan Africa, you have funds in Angola that are growing. You have the Nigerian sovereign wealth funds, and looking at South Africa, one of the large public investors is the Public Investment Corporation, and they're quite active doing their own direct deals sometimes.
Michael, thank you so much for your time. Michael is, of course, the president of the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute, and giving us insights there on how Africa pairs with its global counterparts when it comes to the management of sovereign wealth funds. Joining us from Seattle in the U.S. via Skype.